Hey everybody, it's John King. Thanks for tuning in to my weekly market update. Got a lot of things to cover this week, so let's go ahead and dive right in. First and foremost, if you missed my appraisal webinar from earlier this week, you definitely need to check it out. It's in the description down below. Watch it. We're going to cover, or we did cover, with my staff appraiser, how to read an appraisal report, and specifically the things that you need to look for in an appraisal report. We talked about property condition requirements. We also talked about things that you need to pay attention to before you release an appraisal contingency, and some ideas on getting your appraisals done faster. So definitely check that out. Definitely worth your time. The next big topic I want to talk about is interest rates. Always talking about rates. Right now, the two things I've been saying for the last couple of months that are going to be the drivers of interest rates is inflation and geopolitical drama, and specifically what's going on in Russia and Ukraine. So let's talk about the Russia-Ukraine thing right now. Obviously, we had the news that came out Wednesday night that Russia did in fact invade Ukraine. There's a lot of conflict and challenges that are going on over there. That in general should be putting pressure to drive interest rates down. But it really is about whether the United States is going to get drawn into this or not that is going to make the difference. If we're not involved, it isn't going to impact our economy as much, and it's not going to bring our rates down as much. I kind of obviously hope that we don't get involved and that this doesn't bring down interest rates, because that would be major tragedy if we ended up involved in this. Bottom line, we had a lot of volatility on Wednesday night. We had unknowns about, hey, is the United States going to get drawn into this? Stock market had challenges on Thursday morning. The stock market rebounded by Thursday afternoon, and Friday was a good day as well. Good news for stocks, bad news for mortgages. All this really means is that the unknown of what's going to happen is what's creating volatility, and we're going to continue to see volatility. Now, here's the known piece. The known piece is we have an inflation problem, and the Fed is going to raise short-term interest rates to battle inflation, to decrease inflation. Now, here's what most people get confused about. They're asking me, John, can you lock me in now before rates go up in March? The funny thing is, the Fed doesn't control mortgage rates, and once the Fed starts raising rates, the fear of inflation starts to secede, because that's what the Fed's goal is to lower inflation by raising interest rates. And we often see a little bit of a downward effect on mortgage rates when the Fed starts raising their rates, not because they raise their rates per se, but because the impact of them raising their rates should bring inflation down, and inflation is what's been causing mortgage rates to go up. A little bit confusing. Bottom line is we have some opportunity for interest rates to at least stay where they're at right now. I'm hopeful that they're going to. Where you can see in the numbers down in my rate numbers, we're in the high threes to low fours, still super good numbers. But what I want to talk about finally today is I want to talk about getting offers accepted in today's market, because that's the biggest challenge. It is a super hot market. Everybody knows that there is very low inventory. And so I want to specifically talk about ways I, as your lender, can help you or your buyers get offers accepted. Traditionally, the lender's role has been limited to getting a pre-approval and then waiting until the contract comes in. More and more lenders are now starting to call the listing agent as the offer is being presented to explain the benefits of the buyer, the benefits of the lender. But one of the things that I'm doing different now is I'm actually getting into conversations with the buyer's agents while they're deciding how to write the contract terms. What I'm finding is that the buyer's agent doesn't have the ammunition necessary to argue when a buyer says, hey, I'm not comfortable going $10,000 higher. Well, the truth is that's only maybe $50 a month in their monthly payment. And if it means the difference to getting an offer accepted, it's worth the extra $50 in the payment now instead of waiting 60 days to get your offer accepted, and prices are higher and rates are potentially higher. So it's super important that we talk before you write the offer. We can strategize on appraisal contingency timeframes, maybe waive the appraisal contingency. Strategize on loan contingency timeline, maybe waive the loan contingency, and strategize on close of escrow timelines as well. The final piece I want to talk about is bridge loans. Bridge loans are a huge opportunity right now to help people who currently have a home and their down payment for their next house is tied up in the home that they have right now, and they don't want to have to sell it first and be a contingent buyer. A bridge loan is a great opportunity. So check out the video I've done on bridge loans. I'll be linking that down below as well. Bridge loans give us a great way to help buyers get into homes now, bridging the gap of the equity they have in their current home until they get that home sold. Thanks so much. Give me a holler if you have any questions and have an absolutely amazing day. Bye-bye.